They said majority draw. They cheated Roach. Roach got robbed. A majority draw. They cheated Roach. They cheated Roach. Look at Jake. Everybody know they cheated him. Everybody know they cheated Roach. Everybody know they cheated Roach. Roach got robbed. And everybody knows it. And it was a 10-8 while they robbed him. They robbed Roach. Roach beat Tank. They robbed him. Rematch right away. They robbed him. And it was a knockdown 10-8.
Lamont. He's
at Lamont one? By how many rounds?
I don't know.
You still want the Tank Davis fight?
What?
You still want the Tank Davis fight? What went wrong? What went wrong? Take out a little steam or a fire out of it? Or is it still the same?
I mean, we're going to see. I'm the best fighter in boxing. I've been saying this, so.
Shakur, what went wrong for Javante in this fight? Just because, could we say maybe because Lamont didn't come in, they really...
I think he got overconfident. I think he was thinking Lamont wasn't that good. I told everybody how the fight was going to go. The fight went exactly how I said. Exactly.
After seeing this performance from Javante, do you believe your confidence has gone a little bit more up?
My confidence been up. I've been knew I was the best.
Thank you. It was a close fight.
I'm not surprised the way Lamont fought. I knew Lamont was going to come to fight. It was an opportunity of a lifetime. He did a good job. He fought a great fight.
What went wrong with Tank Davis? I mean, I was expecting him to knock him out.
Every night in boxing is not your best. You feel me? But at least you got the
Would you
draw.
like to see a rematch of this or jump into a fight with Shakur Stevenson?
You know, whatever they want to do.
You think it was a draw?
I don't know. It was a good fight.
I mean, definitely an off night for Tank, but Lamont Roach is the guy, man. He showed up, and Tank gave him a tremendous amount of respect in the fight, and we saw why. I mean, he's a great counterpuncher, he's very high boxing IQ. He always says, I hit harder than people think, I hit harder than my record says. He stunned Tank several times. You know, Tank looked like the guy with the heavier hands, but Lamont had the better chin. So it's all relative. You know, so if Tank hits real hard, but the guy can take it doesn't really matter. And I thought Roach was brilliant tonight. He had a good game plan, but those early rounds are what haunts him. He's gonna lay up at night that he wasn't a little more aggressive early on, because early on there wasn't much going on. There was time for him to take places for him to steal those rounds. And obviously he didn't. I want to see what the official scorecard breakdown was and how they had everybody in which direction and which rounds. But I mean, super close fight. I could have edged it for Tank. Lamont obviously had great rounds. He was wobbled Tank a few times. He got wobbled himself one time with a right hook, but I don't know, man. Roach won the story.
Roach won the story.
Roach won the story. He didn't get the win, but he won the story.
You know, in the early rounds, as though Tank was doing what he does and setting up a possible knockout or a probable knockout, which was what most people expected to see. And then over the course of the next several rounds, you saw that maybe the opponent, Lamont Roach, actually got stronger moving up 5 pounds to 135 pounds. He was able to take Tank shots without ever really being in any serious trouble. That, I think, was unusual and disconcerting for Tank. He got a little desperate in the late rounds and began throwing much more than is normally the case. It created action, it created excitement, there was tension in the audience. It was a memorable fight, and I want to see a rematch as rapidly as a rematch can be made.
Lamont Roach beat Tank. I'm not even, we got to take it one step at a time. Lamont, no matter what, Lamont Roach was robbed of a knockdown. Glad I bought the fight. Damn near had the bubble guts. Yep. With that unofficial knockdown, Tank Chef lost. I'm saying they robbed him of the knockdown. They robbed him of the knockdown. And Steve Willis is the best ref in the business. Tank took a knee, got up, and went to the corner and got his face wiped by a towel. Now, maybe Roach is just that good. Okay, I tell you this, he beat Tank. Whatever it is, he beat Tank. Tarver couldn't beat everybody, but he beat Roy. He beat Roy, bro. He couldn't beat Bernard Hopkins. He struggled. He lost to Glenn Johnson. Yeah, but he beat Roy. That's because Tarver knew Roy. Roach knows Tank.
I mean, you gotta understand, can't underestimate the underdog, bro. He's hungry, you know what I mean? They wasn't giving him no credit. They were making it see it was a slouch, you could run over. You can't do that in boxing. Anything can happen. You can have a great night, believe it. You gotta believe in your soul, and I think the kid was in there with his soul tonight. It was a good fight, don't get me wrong. And like, to me, it could have went either way.
Either way.
Could have went either way.
So you okay with a draw?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, a draw is not a loss or a win. For the fighters, it's like...
No. I know you're not okay with the draw, Pat. Let me make sure I clear that up. You're okay with the draw in this fight?
I think they did right.
Yeah.
Could have went either way. They chose a draw, one judge. So I think it's cool. I mean, they want to run it back, they can, but I won't do it. I just keep moving.
So, I mean, that's an interesting statement, but let me ask you this. Do you think in round 9 that was a knockdown, what happened with Tank?
Well, it wasn't a knockdown, he took a knee.
You should have counted technically.
No, you're right, but the ref didn't do it because he said his mouthpiece was in his mouth. Was it the mouthpiece?
Honestly, I don't know. I can't wait to ask them what it was.
I think it was the mouthpiece, I'm thinking. He was saying his mouthpiece.
I think it was his eye. That's what I saw on the camera, but I didn't hear. I wasn't listening to the fight. I was watching live.
Mouthpiece, but the thing is, he took a knee. Does it count as basically a legal knockdown?
And if they do?
Yeah, but the ref said no, but the judge could still count it as a knockdown.
Oh.
He's a judge. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
Just because the ref said it wasn't a knockdown, you could still, as a judge, could decide what it was to you. You're a judge, you do what the fuck, nobody tell you what to do. You do what you want to do.
Should they have counted it as a knockdown?
He took a knee
In your
because
opinion?
something was wrong. He thought it was wrong that he could do that. He probably thought he was still in the amateurs. You know, an amateur take a knee.
Yeah.
You know, it's things that you do sometimes. It goes flashback when you was younger and you think you could still get away with it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a good fight. Well, I think it was a great fight, believe it or not, because Roach made it a great fight.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
It was a good fight.
What'd you think about the performance? You thought it was a fair decision?
Yeah, definitely, man. I thought they both put it out there. Roach definitely showed up and did his thing. But Gervonta Davis is the champ, and it takes a lot to be able to beat the champ. But Roach definitely had something that we all wasn't expecting, right in the power. His combinations as well. He definitely came to fight, man. He got great skills, and it was a great fight overall.
There was a moment where it seemed like he was kind of like bullying the bully. You think that was kind of part of the
I was
tactic?
surprised too because Roach is a little bigger than I thought. I didn't think he was going to be able to do what he did, but he ended up doing it, man. Congratulations to both fighters for making it happen and stepping up to the plate. And man, they went toe to toe at times, so it was great. It was great.
You think if they do a rematch, it'll be kind of a similar fight, or you think one will be able to
I think it'll be a little different. Similar but a little different. I think there'll be a little bit more aggression this time, next time around. I think there's like more spots they could have picked early on, but they didn't. Like I said, Roach might have power that he was catching them clean. Gervonta looked like the shits was whatever, but he definitely came back to like showcase his skills and hot as well as digging some body shots and stuff like that. But man,
Before the fight, Teddy Atlas believed that Lamont Roach gave it his all, but Gervonta Tank Davis was simply on another level. Davis's sharp eye for openings, impeccable timing, and command of the ring proved to be the difference. While Roach had his moments, he ultimately lacked the elite skill and firepower needed to seriously threaten Tank.
Tank Davis, what can I tell you? Lamont Roach, I've interviewed him in the past. I got to know him a little bit. He's a great kid. I like the way he's only got one loss. I like the way that he boxes. He's versatile. He can do a lot of things. He can go get you. He's got the attitude of a fighter. He's not a huge puncher. Obviously, Tank Davis is the puncher in this, but Roach could go get you. But
Analyzing the fight, Teddy Atlas praised Lamont Roach for his solid fundamentals and high boxing IQ, noting his strong grasp of strategy and technique. Given how dangerous Gervonta Tank Davis is, Atlas advised that Roach should focus on movement, smart angles, and disciplined counterpunching, instead of standing toe-to-toe and exchanging shots, which would play right into Tank's strengths.
I think he should stay away from trying to go on the inside, which again, he's got the attitude of a real fighter, which you love. And I wouldn't be shocked if Roach said, oh no, I'm going to go inside sometimes. I don't know that that would be the best choice. He knows how to do it if he wants to. At the end of the day, all of what I said, Bud, it's one thing that really makes the day. It's not because Tank Davis is just undefeated. It's not because Tank Davis is just a great puncher. He's just